Now let us go with certain mechanism. So let us consider metal X. We have considered here metal X. What X is going to do? Suppose that X is going to donate one electron. So the metal X will try to attain its nearest electronic configuration and want it to be stable to become cation. Okay, so suppose the metal X donates one electron. So we can write it as X is a metal, it donates one electron to form cation. Let us take one more non-metal Y. Let us suppose that this Y metal accepts one electron to form anion, that is this is cation and this is anion. Now there is an attraction between cations and anions, isn't it? So there is an attraction between cations and anions and forms ionic. There is a formation of ionic bond, and that means it's an electron bond formation is there. Now what happens? The metal X donates one electron and becomes cation, and metal Y accepts one electron and becomes anion. So from this we can say that here this is ionic bond and finally we get electrovalent compound. Clear? So from this we can say how there is a formation of electrovalent or ionic bonds, electrovalent bonds and the formation of electrovalent compound, or you can say that ionic compound. So this is one example we have done what is the mechanism, how it happens. So now one more example I am going to put it on the board. Now one more thing we have to learn. Till now whatever we have learned, from that you can expect 2 marks. Sure, 100% you can expect 2 marks in your board exam. Now one more thing I am going to make you understand, the formation of sodium chloride. Here you can write ionic equation. We are going to write down formation of ionic equation. So before forming the ionic equation, the very first thing that when we are going to form this sodium chloride, we know that the atomic number of sodium chloride is 11 and the electronic configuration KLM shell we have 281. So valence electron is 1. So finally sodium will try to donate 1 electron and form cation. My dear, when sodium donates 1 electron and forms cation, then we say that oxidation has occurred. Try to understand this part, because if you go to the different sample papers in your ICSE board, you can get such type of questions in board examination. That means what? When sodium donates 1 electron, or whenever any metal donates a 1 electron or 2 electron for the formation of cation, such process is said to be what? Oxidation, and the reverse will be the reduction. So let us take sodium here first. So Na, the configuration is 281. See here, this is the valence electron, so it wants to donate one electron. That means what? It takes out one electron and there is a formation of cation. So this is what we say is oxidation. Again, now chlorine. We know that chlorine, the atomic number of chlorine is 17. That means what? 287. It wants to accept one electron. Write down here chlorine. That is 287. It will accept one electron to form cation. So this is what we say is reduction has been done. So you have to understand this too. So when it is donating, we get oxidation. When it is accepting, we get reduction from here. Now, if you add up this two, you get Na plus Cl. We are just adding on left hand side, will give you Na1 plus and Cl minus. This will formation, that means what we finally get sodium chloride. So this is the ionic equation of formation of sodium chloride. Let me explain you again. When sodium, it has in the valence electron is 1, it tries to donate one electron and formation of oxidation, cation is formed. Cation is formed, that is oxidation. Here accepting of one electron and as is formed, that means what reduction is taking place. Now if you add this both the equation, you get such type of formation and finally we get sodium chloride. So from this again there may be 1 or 2 marks they can ask you from here. Next we'll go with the dot diagrams and orbital diagram. Now we go with the electron dot structure of sodium chloride. So my dear students, most of you get confused of how to draw electron dot structure. It's very simple and try to practice properly, because always you remember from electron dot structure you get 1 mark question. Okay, so let us find out the electron dot structure. So while drawing the electron dot structure, you have to consider about the valency electron. So we are going with sodium chloride. We know that the valence electron of sodium Na, we have only for sodium we have only 1 valence electron, and for chlorine we have 7 valence electron. So you have to draw only the valence electron of sodium and valence electron of the chlorine. So the valence electron, let us mark this with cross. So 1 electron is there, and for chlorine we can write here 281, and for the chlorine 287 we have. So this is with cross we are representing. Let us represent with here circle, small dot circle. So the valence electron is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have drawn the valence electron. Now what happens during this electron gets transferred here, and once when this gets transferred here, that means what, this no more, then sodium has attained to its nearest electronic configuration, noble electronic configuration. So finally we get no more electron, you have to show it here, then we get Na, it has become plus Cl here it is sodium atom, See here, the valence electron of sodium is represented with cross. The valence electron of Cl has been represented with small circles. So we have 7. There is a transfer of this electron towards here, and finally there is no electron. After this, there is no electron here. We have shown with the plus mark. Then here, since the electron has been, this electron has been transferred over here, we are putting here cross mark. So this you have to remember properly. Don't put here circles, because this circle has because the circle dot represents the valence electrons of chlorine, and this represents the valence electron which has been transferred from sodium. Have you understood, my dear students? So this is what you have to do, electron dot structure in this way and get full marks.